Hey guys, what is up? Today I'm going to make a quick little video where I'm just basically going to be playing a bit of Terraria in the background. Let me know if you guys like this style of video. But today I'm going to be talking about a topic that happened to me by now it's actually probably 3 or 4 years ago. But this happened to me a while ago, to say the least. So my friend, who I no longer see, he moved away. I'll name him Alex. Alright, so Alex, he had airsoft guns. He had lots of them. So one day, so me and Alex, we did a lot of stuff together. Like, we'd go bike riding down hills and stuff, but like, that's for a different day. Different story, different day, you know? Basically, the story this video is about is the time he brought some airsoft guns to my house, and this was the first time I'd ever used an airsoft gun, and we were just shooting at trees, you know? But yeah, just let me continue with the story. So Alex, he brings over 2 airsoft guns, one for me to use and one for him to use. You see, his was like a rifle airsoft gun. He just brought me a pistol because he knew I'd never used one before, and he thought that would be the easiest thing for me to learn how to use and stuff. So we were shooting at trees, shooting at the dirt, because it had rained the day before, so the mud was still pretty not firm yet, so we could just shoot the airsoft bullety things into the ground, and they would just stay there. We could pick them up if we wanted to, but like, it looked cool to shoot it into the grass and have the like grass pop up a bit, you know? It's kind of like how... Alright, never mind, that's another story still. Like, we did a lot of stuff together. So basically, it took a while for this to happen, so we were just shooting at the trees, shooting at the walls. This was, in hindsight, probably not the smartest thing we could have done, because we were shooting at the walls of my house, and at the trees, and at the dirt, and we were like standing really close to the trees and stuff, and like, or it wasn't really close, it was like we were on my driveway, and my driveway is like kind of close to one of the trees you're shooting at, but I don't know. But basically, we were just shooting at the trees and stuff, and then he's handing me the rifle, because he's like, alright, I'm gonna teach you how to use this. So he hands it to me, and he thought that he did have safety on, but whenever I was taking the rifle, I accidentally turned it off, and in that same movement, I accidentally pulled the trigger. So basically, just imagine this, a little small child, like I was no older than 8 at the time, like I was little then, a little child, his friend is handing him an airsoft gun, and he just screams with pain, and no one knows why. And then Alex, he was like, dude, what happened? And I was like, I shot myself. And like, you could instantly see it. Like, I hit my pinky, and like, my pinky was already turning like red. Like, it hurt so bad. Like, oh. And so basically, me and him were like, we can't let your parents find out about this. And that honestly lasted way longer than we thought it would, because we didn't think it would bruise as big as it did. Alright, so the next day, so he stayed for another like 30 minutes, then he had to go home. So he went back home, and I just sort of hid everything that had to do with my finger. And by the next day, it was turning like, it was like bruising, and it hurt to do anything with my pinky, but you know, I played the computer, so it was still, the pinky was something that I had to use still, and it was on my right hand, so it was just, so, yeah, it took about and after about 2 weeks, we realized this bruising isn't going down any, it's still getting bigger. Like, my finger at this point was turning purple, and ew, I'm sorry I didn't put one of those gross out warnings, but like my finger at this point, it was turning purple, and it was not looking good, and it was like bruising and swelling and stuff. So then, about 3 weeks after the initial shot, with the Airsoft gun, I went to one of my neighbor's birthday parties, and it was like a bounce house place. It was cool, so I was climbing up the bounce house when, my mom, she was like, hey, what happened to your finger? And I was all like, nothing. And, she found out that I did it to my pinky. Yeah, so if you guys, that's all for this story. Basically, I got shot by an airsoft gun by myself, and it hurt. Follow up to what happened after my mom found out, it took me about another 3 or 4 weeks for the swelling to stop. It hurt. It hurt a lot. And so I didn't really get in trouble because my parents just thought he learned his lesson because he shot himself. And I mean, yeah, I'm pretty glad I didn't get in trouble for that because I already couldn't feel my pinky. I didn't need more stuff to happen. Like, I didn't need it. It would make me very sad. Alright, so that's actually the end of the story. If you guys enjoyed the story, be sure to leave it in the comments telling me that you liked it. Another video is coming out today. Probably another storytime video, honestly, because while I was recording this one, just ideas came through my brain, and it was pretty intense. Yeah. Goodbye, guys.